Hi everybody, it's Diane. Happy Saturday. It's Dashboard Confessional coming to you from really hot Texas. It's even about 7:30-ish almost, and it's looking like, at least on the car, it's 102. And then you factor in the heat index or the humidity, which gives you the heat index here, and it actually must feel really hot. But got the air conditioning going, just going to run an errand or two, kind of have to go to Walmart because out of Diet Coke or getting close, and ice drinks. Loving the no calorie lemonade ice drink that I can get at Walmart. But I'm sure everybody is aware of what happened at the horrendous incident at the El Paso Walmart, and besides just all the wrongness about the whole event, it really makes me want to up my awareness of where I am and what's going on around me. I have to say that when I went earlier in the week, that I was basically running through that store. It's just, it's just, you need to be aware, and things can happen in a split second. And I can actually remember not that long ago when I was up at coming back from the Chickasaw National Preserve for the buffalo. I'm probably saying that wrong, but stopped, and we're kind of in a restaurant where it was sectioned off and you couldn't see the rest of the tables, and a gentleman started really sounding abruptly very loud and agitated, and there were some games going on the TV, but it wasn't kind of how I get excited watching football games. Sounded aggressive, and it was, like I almost wanted to duck and cover under the table or find the first exit. But I think although it shouldn't change what we do, we need to be aware of what's going on. And I think there was some incident of a little boy running into a store, shouting that there was a gunman, and there was people who didn't believe him. So I'm gonna side on the side of safety, and if somebody's yelling that something's going on, I'm gonna try to locate, best ways to get out of wherever I am. So enough of that. Prayers go out to all those affected in El Paso and Dayton, and just so many horrible things going on. It just mind-blowing. I can just pray for this country. It just is very alarming. But since I'm usually trying to be on the upside of things, let me show you my quick throw together outfit. Hair just thrown together, a little bit of lipstick. Love my necklaces. The shirt, I had to be honest, it's actually on backwards, but I did it purposely. It's higher up here and lower in the back. It really kind of had a different look to it than a normal t-shirt, so I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna do it. What have I been up to? Not a whole lot that I can brag about. This week has turned out to be not the best week of my life. And sometimes I think I've communicated when it comes to artistic endeavors, if something is upsetting, or I'm working through some major change, I really can't do anything creative. And I think it was Thursday night, I just sat there and shredded stuff that needed to be shredded from a long time, and lots of shredding going on, because that's basically what I could do, and listen to an audiobook. I've been watching Netflix, trying to think of the show on Netflix, Roswell, like that show. can't wait for season 2 of that. It's a continuation of the one that was in the late 90s. And then on Prime, I went back and watched the Jack Ryan series. And season 2 is coming out soon, but they didn't give a due date on that. So, very well made, a lot of action, a thriller, but just kind of mindless type of things. Last night I made myself sit down and just play around with some watercolors just to do something, and I think it's just one of those times in my life where you just have to kind of make yourself do something. Anyway, looking forward to catching up on all the videos. I have gotten kind of the urge to go back to my little Lucky quilts, and I'll maybe do a later video, maybe tonight, showing you. They're just really tiny. They're I'm gonna say her name wrong. The artist is Susan Shea, or Shihie. It's S-H-I-E, and it's something that it's her style. A lot of journaling type of quilts. They're very tiny. A lot of embroidery, stitching, quilting, and journaling, by embroidering, some type of something you want to remember. So I found one that had to do with my sweet pugs. So I'll show you that and where I am in the process. That's pretty easy to do. It's pretty repetitive, mindless. Cross stitch, it's a little bit, you have to be more on your game, and haven't gotten the zest to sit down at the sewing machine, but thinking about maybe using some of the things I have already purchased, and have some kits, quilt kits, and then probably some things I could pull together to make maybe another Frida doll. And I believe that I pictured it on my Instagram, Lucky Gardenia, and on my Facebook page. Anyway, as you know, my life's been kind of loading up with some lemons, and they keep on coming, but trying to make the best of it. And why do I always have to start crying? Anyway, I think when you're a person that is pretty, what's the word, intuitive, empath to some degree, and a lot of times you pick up on things. And anyway, I'll probably cut this out of the video, but sometimes you pick up on things that people aren't even telling you about. So I don't know if it's good to be an empath or not, but I don't think it's something you can choose. I think I probably, you know about my son-in-law, Dylan, who tragically passed in January, and I talked to my daughter, and she's just convinced that 2019 is the worst year ever, and she had her air conditioning went out in her house, and it's still not fixed. It's home warranty, and vaulted ceilings, and it's just one thing after another, and it's not fair sometimes. Anyway, prayers if you are feel like you can do that for me, for her, for the U.S. Anyway, still the job search continues. I did talk to a career coach through the outplacement, and wasn't looking forward to it, almost wanted to cancel it, but we actually ended up really having a good conversation, and it actually went over by 15 minutes. So need to sit down and focus and just kind of, I don't know if you have ever done mind mapping, but because I am so right-brained, you know, outlining things is probably not my forte, but mind mapping is where you put something in the center and you can branch off, and you know, just everything you think of can have a line and a circle, and you jot it down. So it's really works with people who are more right-brained and not very 1, 2, 3, A to Z type of people, and that's what I tend to be. So, you know, when I think I met with her on Wednesday, and pretty quickly after that, things just kind of went haywire. So I still will do that. I have not put that off. I mean, I am putting it off, but it's not like I'm putting it on the back burner, never gonna do it. I will. It's a new chapter in my life, and challenging, but heck, it could be full of lots of opportunities. That's what I'm going to bank on. Anyway, kind of sign off because I'm just going to cry. But have a great weekend. I'm really okay. So guys, I'm just a crier. I'll come back with a more joyful video hopefully next time.